When the league was just at the start and Indiana Fever was not in the right position, most of the ESPN analysts once and for all declared Angel Reese Rookie of the Year. But then Caitlin Clark turned the table, and now they don't have the guts to call her a clear ROTY. Shannon Sharpe didn't hold back and slammed all those so-called analysts for being biased and racist toward Caitlin Clark.
Rookie of the Year.
There's a lot of women that was on ESPN that had a lot to say earlier about this. They gone quiet now.
You say they quiet?
Y'all quiet now. Now, I want somebody to send that to you because you know who I'm talking about. I ain't going to call your name, but you know who you are.
NFL legend Shannon Sharpe has been an outspoken advocate for Indiana Fever rookie Caitlin Clark. He went viral for a fiery rant he had praising Clark last month on an episode of his Nightcap podcast, and more recently called attention to the volume of flagrant fouls Clark has been subject to this season. Many other media personalities, among them ESPN analysts Monica McNutt and Carolyn Peck, have not been so supportive of Clark this year, and Sharpe appeared to call them out for it.
Y'all had a lot to say early. Y'all had a lot to say early. And if you think I'm talking to you, I am. Make no mistake about it. I'm talking to you. You know who you are.
This appears to be a reference to Carolyn Peck, who is an ESPN analyst and a former college basketball coach who also coached the WNBA's Orlando Miracle from 1999 to 2001. Peck went viral in July for selecting Angel Reese for WNBA Rookie of the Year on the basis that she is putting up grown woman numbers, implying that Clark was not. Sharpe then continued his rant, saying, "I'll get a little more specific. Some of you played the game." He seems to be referencing Monica McNutt here, who is another ESPN analyst who played college basketball at Georgetown University. McNutt also selected Angel Reese for WNBA Rookie of the Year over Clark in July. Her criteria for choosing Reese over Clark was that the Sky had a better record.
For me, if Rookie of the Year was picked today, I give it to Angel.
Okay.
Angel Reese has to get the nod. Now, I know it's not a popular position to take because
even though the discussion of Rookie of the Year had already ended in Clark's favor, an unfortunate event confirmed it in a very usual way. Now these biased analysts can find no excuse because Angel Reese's rookie year has come to an end. As the Chicago Sky forward announced Saturday, she had suffered a season-ending injury. Reese injured her wrist in the Sky's 92-78 victory over the Los Angeles Sparks on Friday, in which she recorded another one of her signature double-doubles. The Sky also confirmed the severity of the injury, saying in a statement that Reese has been ruled out for the rest of the 2024 season with a wrist injury. In a social media post, Reese wrote, "Through it all, I have showed that I belong in this league even when no one else believed. I'm filled with emotions right now that I have a season-ending injury, but also filled with so much gratitude for what is next." Reese added, "Although this is God's timing and not mine, I am finally able to give myself a physical and mental break. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers." Reese ends her first year as a pro, averaging a prolific 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. The Bayou Barbie wrote her name in the WNBA record books earlier this month, breaking Sylvia Fowles' single-season rebound total. The record was a building block in Reese's campaign for Rookie of the Year, a contentious race against rival phenom Caitlin Clark of the Indiana Fever. The Fever smoked the Sky 181 in their final matchup of the season last Friday, with Clark notching a career-high 31 points. Caitlin is an amazing player, and I've always thought she was an amazing player. We've been playing each other since high school, so I think it's really just the fans," Reese said on her new podcast, Unapologetically Angel. "At the end of the day, it's a game that we do both love, but there is no hate."
It's shocking. She had an incredible performance, 24 points, 12 boards in that matchup. We thought that this was the turning point for Chicago, who had recently gone through a bit of a losing.
Reese was considered the biggest challenger to fellow rookie star Caitlin Clark for the WNBA's Rookie of the Year award. Former NBA All-Star Joakim Noah even told Fox News Digital he would vote for Chicago Sky rookie Angel Reese over Clark for Rookie of the Year if he had a say. Clark has put up better averages in terms of points, assists, steals, blocks, and every major shooting percentage category. Clark broke the Fever's single-season record for assists in a loss to Minnesota on September 6th, but Reese did have a drastic advantage in terms of rebounds. With 13.1 rebounds per game, Reese more than doubled Clark's current 5.8 per game. In head-to-head matchups this year, the Fever have beaten the Sky 3 out of 4 times. In 2 of those matchups, Reese put up more points than Clark while putting up more rebounds than Clark in all 4 meetings. Clark put up more assists in all 4 meetings. But on the other hand, Clark made her biggest mark as a playmaker. That started to change since the Olympic break, and the Indiana Fever star is now within striking distance of the all-time rookie scoring record, which Simone Augustus has held since 2006. For the season, Clark is averaging 19 points per game, which ranks 9th in the league. Post-Olympics, though, she's averaging 24.5 points, good for 3rd in that span. On Sunday, she passed Tamika Catchings for the Fever's rookie scoring record. After scoring 25 points in the Fever's loss to the Lynx on Friday, Clark needs 79 points in the Fever's final 5 games to pass Augustus. At her current full-season pace, she would do so during the Fever's final regular season game against the Washington Mystics on September 19. If she maintains her post-Olympic pace, she would do so when the Fever plays the Dallas Wings on September 15. Of course, it's worth noting the league now has 40-game regular seasons, so Clark has 6 more games than Augustus did when she set the record. At the same time, Augustus had 6 more games than Cynthia Cooper-Dyke did in 1997 when she set the original mark. But then, because the WNBA didn't start until 1997, Cooper-Dyke was 34 as a rookie and had already been playing professionally for a decade. There will always be context to consider, but that doesn't take away from what Clark has done during her brilliant first season. She already has the rookie assist record and is closing in on the all-time single-season assist mark. The combination of scoring and playmaking is unlike anything we've seen, regardless of a player's experience. Clark is making startling effects off the court, and it's of course related to a big controversy. The world of women's basketball has recently been embroiled in controversy amid Sheryl Swoopes' public comments about rising star Caitlin Clark. These comments ultimately led to the end of a 32-year friendship with fellow basketball icon Nancy Lieberman. Swoopes, a legendary figure in women's basketball, found herself under scrutiny after making dismissive remarks about Caitlin Clark, who has been making waves in the NCAA and beyond. First, Swoopes was criticized for downplaying Clark's achievement of breaking the NCAA scoring record, attributing it to playing 5 years in college and taking an average of 40 shots per game. Furthermore, Swoopes refused to acknowledge Clark for her pivotal role in Indiana's impressive performance, a stance that left many baffled and disappointed. Nancy Lieberman, a longtime friend and colleague of Swoopes, felt compelled to address the issue publicly. She revealed that she personally confronted Swoopes about her comments, emphasizing the importance of presenting accurate statistics and facts. During her conversation with Stephen A. Smith, Lieberman said, "Sheryl, I'm not doing anything to hurt you, I'm just sharing. We're just talking." And so, our relationship is pretty much not happening at this point. However, this led to a rift between the two basketball legends, resulting in the end of their decades-long friendship. What adds to the complexity of the situation is Swoopes' subsequent apology to Clark for incorrectly claiming she was in her 5th year of college and in her mid-20s when she broke the scoring record. Despite this apology, Swoopes' reluctance to praise Clark in her commentary roles has raised further eyebrows within the basketball community. In contrast, Nancy Lieberman has been vocally supportive of Caitlin Clark, openly praising her on various platforms. Lieberman's belief in Clark's potential and her refusal to shy away from celebrating the young athlete's achievements has resonated with many in the basketball world. Her positive stance towards Clark was further highlighted when she stepped in to replace Swoopes as a color commentator during the Indiana Fever's game, seizing the opportunity to laud Clark's performance and potential impact on the future of women's basketball.